Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Tomica Hyper Series review for you. This is just 3 packs of the little characters or little figures. I decided to kind of do these all together since I didn't think they warranted individual videos. But this is the Hyper Blue Police Set A, which comes with 3 figures. And this is the Hyper Blue Police Set B, which comes with 2 figures and then a cute little dog. They also each come with little weapons, which we'll take a look at. And then this is the Hyper Rescue Set B, which comes with 3 figures here. So, not really too much going on with the boxes. I'm trying to take a look. It looks like some of the characters have individual names. Like, I think this top one is Kakeru, and then Misa, and then I can't really read what that. I think he's kind of like a generic staff character. Kind of the same thing here. This top guy is Mamoru, and then the dog, and then another kind of generic character. And I'm trying to read these. This looks like Ren, Takumi, and then again an individual, or I should say a generic character. But these are all compatible with all the different vehicles, whether it's the large vehicles or the smaller vehicles. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There we go. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot going on with the packaging, but we'll go ahead and get them all open and take a look at the individual figures. Alright, so here are the 3 sets out of the packaging. I'll take a look at the Hyper Blue Police Set A first. I'll try to get in fairly close here. I like this guy a lot. I like his goggles. Not really much going on the back. All the standard articulation that these figures have, just the legs move in one piece. The arms move in one piece, and then the head can move from side to side. That's going to be the same for everyone except the dog, but we'll get there in a minute. It's a very cool little minifigure there. They're nicely detailed, I have to say. You have the blue paint on the helmet, which does look like it's running a little bit, but not too bad. But I mean, you have the kind of badge up here on the helmet and also on the chest. Very nice expressive faces, which I really appreciate. Again, not too much going on in the back. And then here is the girl. I think her name is Misa. Very cool. Her head is a little loose, which is kind of a bummer, but not a big problem. And then they come with this gun, which is exactly just a... it's the same mold as the gun that came with the Blue Eagle car. It's just molded in white instead of gray. It's exactly the same. Jump over here to the other Hyper Blue Police set. Really nice detailing there. I like the expression on this guy's face. Very neat. Taking a look at the little dog. The little dog is pretty classic. I like him a lot. Unfortunately, the head on mine is kind of loose. It just seems to want to go down. Like, you can kind of push it back a little bit farther, but I almost kind of feel like I'm bending the plastic. So just something to be aware of if you decide to pick one of these up and you have a similar problem. But the hands move as one piece, the back legs move as one piece, and then the tail can move as well. So it has that little extra piece of articulation. But he's very cool. I really like it. And he does have John written on the back of his shirt. So I don't know if the dog's name is John. I'm not really sure, but very cool little dog figure. Now, with the Hyper Rescue team, they all have their names on the back. You can see this has Tack, and I like his glasses again. Really nice detailing here with the silver paint on the helmet. Yellow lines, you have the badge, you have the kind of overalls drawn on the front here. And they all have the same articulation. This guy does not have a name on the back, which makes me think he's kind of a generic character. And I think the reason some of these have names is because Tomica has done some kind of animated shorts on YouTube and their website and things like that. They're very short, only a couple minutes a piece, but it's just kind of like CGI renderings of the toys that transform into robots and such in action. And they have a couple of characters. This guy's Ren, apparently. That's cool. The one I've seen have the Hyper Blue Police, and I've seen this boy and girl character as they kind of, take the Sonic Arrow and Sonic Breaker out on a police call and they respond to a robbery and then transform into the robot. So they have a couple animated shorts, and I think that's why some of these figures kind of have names and personalities to reflect the characters as they're represented in those online shorts. This set has a little drill piece. It's kind of a very generic double drill. And how this works is just to bring in Blue Mammoth here just for a just to demonstrate this. You could plug this into the front of a car, and then he could have some cool drills. You could take the gun, plug that into the side, or take off the satellite dish and plug it up top. So I just think it's cool that these little sets come with some extra accessory pieces for the vehicles. And then, of course, you can take the figures, and if you have one of these where it can ride, if I can get the feet in here, there we go. Put this back on. The figures can all ride inside. So I think that's cool. So again, it's just some little figures to kind of populate all the different vehicles, depending on if you've collected, like I have, a couple of these different sets. They all have, you know, most of them, I should say, have spots for the figures to ride in. So I definitely had to get a hold of some figures so I could put them in the Great Ambulance and Rescue Zero and all those other kind of sets. And some of the Tomica Town sets that I have as well. So I think these are cool. I'll bring the boxes back in just for... you can see which come in which set here. But I really like these sets. They're relatively inexpensive. I think they were all less than $5 each. You get 3 little figures. In some case, you also get an extra accessory for the cars or things like that. So I think they're a lot of fun. I definitely needed some figures to go with my vehicles and town sets, and these are fantastic. Really nicely detailed. The posability is kind of limited, but I think they do what they need to do. I mean, you know, they're kind of on par with Lego minifigures. Yes, Lego minifigures can have individual arm movement and individual leg movement, but I feel like you don't really need it for these because they're kind of either riding in a vehicle or positioned to display somewhere with the town sets, and it's easier with them being one piece because you can kind of clip the legs in easier. But in any case, I love these. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear your opinions. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Hyper Blue Police sets A and B, and the Hyper Rescue set B from the Tomica Hyper series. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.